game was pretty much the best of the bunch, right? Pretty standard rules. Got them here. Nothing much to say about them. I should go ahead and put them into my diagram, right? So the German Shepherds, the Greyhounds are on day 1. If you're on day 1, you're not on day 7. So this is either N or else R. The Himalayans are not on day 1. So this is M or else S. Then the Rottweilers are not on day 7. And so this is not Rottweilers. It is Newfoundlands. Okay. I don't really have to pre-populate all of these, but I'm going to. May not even use them all. But I may. And, whichever one of these is on day 1 is not on day 7. But that might mean Himalayas are on day 7, so... Not going to get crazy there. We got sort of a global accounting, but it was only partial accounting. But let's see what we can do with it anyway. Answer choice A. Oh, it breaks our 4th rule about the Himalayas. Get rid of that nonsense. B breaks our 3rd rule. Get rid of that. You can't have them on day 1 and 7. C breaks our 4th rule about the Himalayas again. Bad answer choice, C. And D breaks our 2nd rule. We got consecutive Siamese kittens. Awesome. So that leaves us only answer choice E, S, H, S, H, M, S, H. S, H, S, H, M, S, H. And we can also do some filling in here. The Himalayans don't go with the Rottweilers, and this is not a Greyhound, so it must be a Newfoundland. This is not a Rottweiler, so it's a Newfoundland or a Greyhound. Then I don't know. I mean, Rottweilers could be anywhere. They could have more Greyhounds. I don't know. Okay. Question 20. If Himalayas are not on day 2, what could be true? This is 19. 20. Himalayas are not on day 2. So now we've got M and S in some order here, and then Himalayas, 3 of them, and they have to be separated, so it's going to have to be the only way to split them up. This is not a Rottweiler, it's N or G. This is not a Rottweiler, it's N or G. This is not a Greyhound, but it could be N if this is a Greyhound. Could be a Rottweiler. I mean, if you want, we can say it's either N or R. And I guess we could do the same thing here. We could say this is never N, so it's either G or R. I don't know if that's helpful, though, right? I mean, we know that it's not N. All right, what could be true? Manx on day 3. No, that's a Himalayan. Siamese on day 4. Looks like. Rottweilers on day 5. No. Himalayas on day 6. No. Greyhounds on day 7. No. Not ever. Greyhounds are day 1, so they're not day 7. Question 22. If Himalayans are not on day 7. So now we've got Manx or Siamese here, the other one here, because if you're day 1, you're not day 7. And Himalayas, we have to split them up. So 3, they're going to have to split up thusly. This is not a Rottweiler, it's also not a Greyhound, it's a Newfoundland. This is not a Rottweiler, it's not a Newfoundland, it's a Greyhound. This is not a Rottweiler, it's either N or G. And then, I don't know, which of the following pairs of days cannot feature both the same breed of kitten and the same breed of puppy? Day 1 and day 3. It looks like I could have S and G or M and G again. Answer is B, day 2 and day 6. Oh, they do not feature the same breed of kitten and the same breed of puppy. So there's our answer. Question 24. If Himalayans are not featured on day 7, what could be true? Well, let's take a look. Himalayas are not featured on day 7. We just did this. This is going to be the other one, because 1 is not 7. There's a fly in here. Somebody do something about this fly. Now we've got Himalayans on 3 days, and they are separated, so it's Himalayan, Himalayan, Himalayan. This is not a Greyhound and it's not a Rottweiler, it's a Newfoundland. This is not a Rottweiler, it's not a Newfoundland, it's a Greyhound. This is either N or G. Deja vu, right? What could be true? Greyhounds on days 3 and 5. No, because you can't have Greyhounds back to back. Newfoundlands on day 3. No, not Newfoundlands back to back. Rottweilers on day 6. Not with a Himalayan, you're not. Rottweilers only on day 3. I don't know, I guess so. If we did NG, NG. Or E, Rottweilers on exactly 3 days. No, there's only 2 days we could have Rottweilers, never 3. So I guess D it is, Rottweilers only here. Which would then mean that this has to be an N and this has to be a G. No problems with that. 21 then. What could be true? Greyhounds and Siamese are both featured on day 2. No, you're not getting Greyhounds on day 2. They're on day 1. B, Greyhounds and Himalayans on day 7. No, you can't put the Greyhounds on day 7. Rottweilers and Himalayans are both on day 4. No, what? You can't put the Rottweilers together with the Himalayans? D, Rottweilers and Manx on day 5. Rottweilers and Manx on day 5. I don't know. I mean, it looks like we could put Rottweilers with the Manx right here. Pretty sure that'll work. Or E, Newfoundlands and Manx on day 6. No, you're not getting Newfoundlands on day 6. The Newfoundlands are on day 7. So yeah, sure, I guess Rottweilers and Manx both on day 5 is a possibility. That leaves us with only question 23. What could be true? Answer choice A, there are exactly 4 breeds, each featured on 3 days. I don't know. B, Greyhounds on every day that Himalayans are. Greyhounds every day that the Himalayans are. That means we need 3 more Greyhounds between 2 and 6. So that'd have to be Greyhound, Greyhound, Greyhound. But you're not going to get Greyhounds right next to each other. Nonsense. Get rid of that. Himalayans every day that the Greyhounds are. No, the Himalayans are not on day 1. The Greyhounds are. Himalayans every day that the Rottweilers are not. No, you're not getting Himalayans on day 1, where the Rottweilers are not. Finally, Rottweilers every day that the Himalayans are not. No, because you're not getting Rottweilers on day 1, where the Himalayans are not. So that means A is our answer, and it means that you can have exactly 4 breeds that are each featured on 3 days. If you're interested, we can take a look at why that is. I don't really have to. This is question 23. How are we going to get 4 breeds each on 3 days? Let's start with the Manx. Separate them. Himalayans. Can separate them. Put a Siamese right there. So there's 2. Manx, Himalayan. And now we can talk about what has to happen. This is not a Rottweiler, not a Newfoundland, it's a Greyhound. Not a Rottweiler, not a Greyhound, it's a Newfoundland. Now I want 3, I'm not going to get 3 R's, so let's get 3 G's and 3 N's. So make this an N, and there's my 3 N's. Make this a G, and there's my 3 G's. Make this an R, and M, H, G, and N all going 3 times. How delightful. That finishes this game and finishes this section. Alright, so in that video, I showed you at least one way to arrive at the right answers to all those questions in that game. What I didn't show you was how I chose my organizational template, how I chose the order in which I'd answer the questions, how my method of answering the questions exists as part of a larger whole. In short, I didn't give you any context. I didn't give you a system. That's because I think that's where the value's at. Now, if you think that having a systematic, methodological means of kicking the LSAT in the nuts is worth paying for, and I do, then check out that link right there for a list of our current prices and course offerings. And if you don't want to, awesome.
Just keep using these free videos as best you can. And if you think they're great, tell all your friends about them. But if you think these are great, wait till you see what's in the paid course.